Hey everybody, Dave Sheehan's my name. This is Diary of a Plant-Based Athlete. Vlog number 15. I'm a plant-powered triathlete and founder of Go Vegan Grow. And in this series, I've been sharing everything along my journey towards my main goal this year of Ocean Lava Olympic Distance Triathlon, where I'm aiming to finish in 2:15. That's the goal I set to start of the year. Now, at this stage, maybe about 2:25, I'll be very happy with. And along this journey, in this vlog series, I've been sharing about my nutrition, my exercise, my obstacles, which are always part of a training regime, especially when you're pushing your body to its limits. But all that kind of information, sharing some tips and strategies and answering questions that I'm being sent. And it's, hope you're enjoying it. If you're new to this, make sure you check out my other vlogs so you understand the whole journey and you pick up the different tips along the way, hear what I'm eating, hear how I'm training, and hopefully if you have aspirations of being a triathlete, that, they'll help you. And if you have aspirations, maybe be more plant-based, that'll help you as well. So I'm here again, as usual, my trusty Garmin. Garmin, what's it, 910XT, Forerunner 910XT, great device. If you're into triathlon, this is fantastic. I think there's a new one, 920XT or something, that came out, I think, a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago. Time's going so fast. But anyway, let me go through my training for the week. It's been a great training weekend. This is 3 weeks after this week. This is the end of, say, what was it, week 4 of my 7-week training plan. So 3 weeks left after this. The time's going pretty fast. So at this stage, I've got 4 weeks to race day and 4 weeks till my season ends. Looking forward to it in one way because my body is starting to feel that, it needs a rest, even mentally. Again, it's the same type of training I've been doing for a good, 9 months now, working towards this goal. I vary it all the time. I incorporate muscle confusion and progression and all that stuff and intensity, but, it's cycling, running, swimming, weights, all that kind of thing. And looking forward to getting a break from it, to be honest, but also I'm really looking forward to competing in that race and hopefully ending the season on a high and then deciding my goals for next season. But anyway, start off on Monday. So it was a great training week. I'm really happy how it went. Start off, I did, what was it, an interval session on the bike. Went into the gym, did a spin bike session. I'm looking to build up my wattage, build up power on my legs. So I've started doing some up my anaerobic threshold. So when I want to step it up in a race, I can just really dig in and go faster, because as I've shared in some previous vlogs, that's something I've found that I didn't have in some of my races or even some training sessions, but particularly the races I've done this season, that I felt I had more to give, but it just wasn't there to give. And I need more power on my legs. And this is why I've said my goal is probably going to be about 2:25 versus 2:15 for Ocean Lava in October 16th, because I think that's kind of what's in me at this stage. But I know very clear now what I need to work on to really take things up another level next season. So I did my interval session. It was a 2 minutes easy, medium pace, 3 minutes full on as hard as I can for 3 minutes, 6 times. That was that first part. I did a weight session actually before that, so to tire out the legs as well and get kind of, race situation where I'm having to dig in, even though my legs are tired. So I did a full body session on weights. It's straight set program I've been doing up to this week, and then this will be changing for next week. But things like squats, leg press, deadlift, Romanian deadlift, leg curl, and then I was doing incline dumbbell press and wide pull down. So that was my workout. Straight sets of each, 3 or 4 sets of each, 6, 8 reps, that kind of thing. So I did that interval session. Then I went and did a swim. So it's 500 meters, 750 meters. So again, comfortable enough. Again, I'm trying to bring down my time, but focus on the technique because that's important. Tuesday then, I started off today, I did a bike session, 34 kilometers, did 1 hour and 7 minutes. Actually, that was first time I'd broken 1 hour and 8 minutes on that particular route, and in that particular wind, it's like seriously windy all the time. So I was really happy with that. That was showing that the last 3 weeks, the extra power I'm getting in my legs is working. So again, really happy with that. And then in the evening time, I went for a run, just about a 3K run, 13 minutes. So, just a quick little run. Because like I've been sharing, running something I've been finding difficult to do because my spine's a bit at me in my neck, lower back, and my muscles are a bit tight. So I have to be careful to running because that could put me back, set me back, and I'll share with you shortly where it maybe has. Anyway, Wednesday, went for a swim, 1.5 kilometers, race distance, still in 38 minutes, 25 seconds. Again, not super fast, but remember that's non-wetsuit. When you wear a wetsuit, it's going to make a huge difference. I know it can go a lot faster. The wetsuit's going to knock a good 5-6 minutes off as well. So reasonably happy with that. Bit surprised it wasn't faster, to be honest. I felt like I was going faster. But again, a decent swim nonetheless. Did my weight session again, the same weight, but just progression. Same exercises, but always progressing. Every time you train, you should be able to do more. Cycling, running, swimming, you should always be aiming to do a little bit more, even if it's only a tiny bit. Because once you do something once, your body physically adapts. If you give it enough rest, give it the right nutrition, and you'll always be able to do more. That's why world records will always be beaten. There's always a benefit. It's always possible you can do a bit more. All right, you just have to push yourself. Always aim for progression. And then I went for a run, a 5K run. Was it 24 minutes? That was in the late afternoon. Happy enough with that. Thursday I took as a day, my rest day. I kept kind of active, just a bit of light cycling and no hard training session. My body was really feeling it after I'd done 5 training days in the trot. So I took Thursday off. Friday then I started off, I did a 22-kilometer cycle. Just trying to remember the route. It took me just under an hour anyway. Oh, that was a Femes climb. So this is a very steep hill we have here in Lanzarote. It's like nearly vertical and it's really tough. But the thing I was really happy with was I found it much easier than I found it the last time, which was like months ago, 4 or 5 months, I'd say at least, since I did it. So I did find it easier, and there's incredible wind. I've never felt wind like that before on that climb. Usually it's not that windy, it's just as difficult because of the incline. But incredible winds, and again, the Femes hill itself. But I did it, and I was quite happy, and got up there fast, to be honest. So I was happy with that training session. Legs were dead after it, though. I was going to do other training that day, weights and stuff, but I left it. Just let my body get a rest. Was going to go for a quick swim again, left it. Left myself ready for Saturday. Kicked off Saturday morning with a 5K run, did in just over 24 minutes. Again, that's kind of standard time I'm doing right now, where I'm pushing myself, but not too far, because again, I'm just constantly mindful of with my back. And then later on that day, nearly in the evening, I did just about 770-meter swim in 19 minutes. So that was nice, decent enough pace. And then today, Sunday, I did 39-kilometer cycle. Not too bad. Again, it was a very windy ride. Also, there's another place at Golfo here. Going down is very steep decline, but come back up to a super incline. Now, I said about Femes. Femes is constantly high for a good few kilometers. El Golfo coming out of it, maybe a kilometer. So it's very challenging because it's steep, but at least it's short. And again, compared to the last time I did that El Golfo route, which was months ago, found it much easier. It was tough, but easier. So again, sign my progress, sign my legs are getting stronger, which is my big goal over this 7-week training period. So, that was what I did. I was happy with how it went. One thing that has come out of the last couple of days is yesterday morning when I did my run that Saturday, I have done something to my Achilles tendon in my left leg. I'm not sure what. It's very tender. It's hard to walk around. Tender to touch. I'm using 11.5 pH water for my Kangen water ionizer. I've used that before for injuries, so it brings down inflammation really fast. I'm hoping within a couple of days my Achilles tendon will have calmed down, got less inflamed, won't feel sore anymore, and I can get back running. But definitely for the next few days, it's going to be all about doing swimming, doing cycling, and strength training. But I was going to be doing some explosive strength training this coming week, because I do only have 3 weeks left of training for an active rest before the race. But I won't be able to, because I can't take the pressure and I can't risk ruining it either. So whenever you got an injury, doesn't mean you can't do something. You have to modify, to tweak things around. Keep doing your training, but don't push it. Don't take risks. It's not worth it. Like if I push this, I did some box jumps or squat jumps or something like that, and it went, I'm gone. Race over. Could be out for months. Okay, so don't take risks, but still work around it. Don't use the excuse you can't exercise. There is always something you can do. Diary of a Plant-Based Athlete, vlog number 15. Any comments or questions, put them below. I love seeing them. I love answering them. If you haven't checked out the other videos, check them out. Make sure you share this anyone you feel will be beneficial. Subscribe, like if you watch this on Facebook. And remember, I'm here to help you in every way I can. So just reach out, communicate, and let me help you. We look forward to speaking to you on Diary of a Plant-Based Athlete, vlog number 16. Excuse me, at the end of this week this turn. Fingers crossed it'll go well, and fingers crossed Achilles tendon left leg is going to calm down. Tell you all about it in my next vlog. Take care and keep training.